Welcome to the Fallen Enchantress player guide. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to create your units and everything else because every guide I've ever seen already does that, but they tend to miss out this particular bit. So I'm going to show you the important bits about the game itself. And when you first start the game, your lead character, your leader, will start off in the middle of a field surrounded by numbers. Now, when you start looking for a start point, you want a start point that has a minimum of 3 and 3. That's free growth, free production. If you see anything less than that, right, or a 4-2 or anything like that, you might as well start again because you're going to be at too much of a disadvantage. If you don't see a hero nearby that you can recruit, it's got a little blue symbol next to it, then start again as well because you need the hero initially. If you see a little blue symbol, like representing essence, or a blue 1 or a 2, that's how many spells you can cast on a town. Spells are cast on a town by going to spells here. Now once your town's built, you've got curses and you've got enhancements here which you can choose from. Curses are more expensive because you cast them on enemy towns, whereas these are benefits. You cast them on, as far as I know, they'll last for the rest of the game. So you can basically improve your town in various ways using them. Your tactical spells that use your battle are here, but these are the ones you use on the map. And you can cast them on the town easily. So if you see your town with 3/3 and a 1 and a blue 1, then you can cast a spell on it immediately if you know any, and that gives you little bonuses. Now if we actually just show you that quickly, just go to that, say that one, you see a little symbol appears on the bar telling you it's had a spell cast on it, you see, like that one has as well. And so is that one. You see, so that's how you read the numbers on the map. So to start, you want a 3/3 starting location and a hero minimum. If you see a little blue 1 or a 2 under the 3/3, then that's a very good position to start from. Anything higher than a 3/3 is even better. Now once you started, the first thing you're going to want to do is everything all at once, because you need everything all at once, and it's difficult to balance it. So this is what I recommend, right? First of all, you pick your town, you go to trade, you crank out a couple of pioneers straight away. Don't do anything else, just get the pioneers out. So you can, well, actually no, not pioneers, do with 1 scout first and then 2 pioneers. Then just set the scout to auto explore. If you click on a unit, you'll see explore here. That makes them run around the map. So do the scout first and then 2 pioneers straight away before you do anything else. Once you've done that, you can go to your town and you build a merchant for 2 gold to help pay for the scout and all the units you're going to build. Right? You build I forgot what it was now. A monument to increase the area of influence for the town, so you get more resources within the border of your town and it makes your town build faster. And one other thing, trying to remember what it was now. Sure, it's real hard to see anything in here. Anyhow, I'm sure I'll remember it later. It's an early game thing, you see. It's been a long time since I've been in the early game of this particular game. But anyhow, you need to increase your area of influence. You also need gold. Oh, that was it. Study. Don't forget study. Do this after the merchants and the monument though, because it takes quite a while to build the study. If you don't build the study early on, you'll get left behind in the research. And you basically, when you see the numbers up here in the corner, faction power, I'm the blue at the top with 1400. The rest of them are way below me here, if you notice. The reason why I'm at the top is because I remembered to build studies in all my towns, so I went racing ahead in the research, which means all the stuff that comes up, all these special one-off buildings, I got first, and I built first, and I ended up with the biggest, most powerful empire as a result. If you don't build studies, you won't get them. Everybody else will build them first, and you'll be a pitiful, weak little empire. Even if you've got 20 towns, you'll be at the bottom, because a lot of the things you do beyond the towns counts towards the points, like the wonders you build, your strength, your research, all counts. So you've got to do it all evenly, but you can't lag behind in any area. Now Once you've done all that lot, right, you need to start thinking about resources. Now, the resources are across the top here, and they don't all appear at the start of the game. They only appear as you get the resources, like I've got crystal there coming in. Crystal is very important. It's used to build all your units and everything else. So you need crystal. You can't avoid using it. If we just click on a unit here, oh, they don't have the option. So we click on a unit down here, then select them. See, upgrade, right? To upgrade weapons require 25 crystal and 350 gilder. So we'll do that. You see, you notice the unit changes slightly as a result. Again, it's what's the crowd? Well, you don't see it there. But sometimes you run out, like there we need 30 crystal and there we need 25 crystal. When you're playing the game, you need to gather these resources so you can keep your men up to date with the latest tech that you research. Otherwise they end up being too weak in the mid and late game and they get their asses kicked. Now one of these is actually, that's it there. You see them there, look, right? I think that's a basic unit there. See, they need an armor upgrade, but I no longer have the crystal to do it, you see, I've used it up. So the crystal itself is not only used for buying units, it's used for upgrading units, and sometimes you need metal and other things to make these upgrades as well, I've noticed. So anyhow, you need to look for these little special locations around the map, and you need to build towns next to them and increase your area of influence to bring them under your control. Or you can use things like these, right, outposts, which have like a standard 2 square area of influence, and they can use you can build them next to anything there, and allow you to take control of these things. Now they link to the closest town, which is this one. So if you were to click on that one and upgrade it, see all these things have already been built. Let's try this one a sec. Upgrade. Now here we go. This would be, if I were to build that, it would be added to that town there. So basically when you want to upgrade them, make sure you haven't got anything important waiting to be built in your nearest town, or wanting to build the nearest town, because anything you add is going to be added to it. Like I find, for instance, at the start of the game, if I build an outpost and I want the first town to be building everything, I want it to build in units, I want it to build in pioneers, everything, then if I suddenly slap everything in here and I start upgrading everything on the outpost, it delays everything. So I might get me 2 pioneers, then it builds all this lot, and then I've got to wait for this lot to build before I can build a unit. So you don't upgrade your outpost too quickly. Wait till the town has done its job and has all the important stuff out the way, then go back to the outpost and build everything you need. There is some important stuff in this that you might want to look at. If you look here, right, this one here, this little upgrade here, Warden, most monsters will attend to the outpost borders. Very good for keeping spiders and stuff away, right? Here, right, doubles friendly movement, or friendly units movement. See, them two there are very good, right? That means you speedily travel through the area, and also the monsters don't bother you too much. So they're 2 things I do recommend you take early on. When you start fighting, there are other upgrades you'll need as well. Don't forget as well, right, these crystals across the top here, like you see, not crystals, fire shards and stuff like that, all these you see. These are these little things you come across here. So this is a fire temple, it's upgraded. These are built on top of shards, which is what these are up here. Now, from what I've gathered anyway, the main use of these is to boost spells. So your spells become more powerful if you have more shards. So when you're casting a fireball spell, for instance, your fire shards are what's important. So I'll get a +3 on my fire spells because I've got 3 shards, you see. And here the same. So if you actually have a mage that's mainly a fire mage, and most of the battle damage you cause will be from fire spells, then you want fire shards as a priority. But other spells like air, right, and air all have various uses. Like air, that's heal. Earth, that's hit points. Water, that tends to slow down and affect the enemy. It's spells you can cast on the enemy to make them slow down. Oh, sorry, life spell is heal. Sorry, not air. I don't know where I've got that from. life there. That gives you benefits to heal spells. So if you've got a lot of life shards, you're going to get a lot of healing things. There's also, I think if you're playing an Empire, the life shards turn into death shards. I haven't tried them yet, but I'd gather that they'd boost death magic, you know, by the same amount. And also, when you fight him, if you look up here, you've got mana. If you're casting spells in battle, it's coming off this mana total up here. So when you haven't got much mana, you're limited in the number of spells you can cast in battle. So a mage might be limited in its usefulness early on, right, until you get more mana. You can build improvements in a town to increase the mana, in which case you'll be able to cast more spells in battle. But sometimes you might want to delay a battle until your mana's gone up a little bit in order to fight the battle with the spells if you're a mage type character. Now if we just look at the hero unit initially, I said at the beginning, you know, you have to basically build a unit that, you know, well, you get a leader and get a hero so you could survive and take on the bad guys around your town. If we actually look at my hero unit though, just select it by individually selecting the units in the hero unit. Mouse control's a bit weird on this game sometimes. There we go. Just move them outside the town. This is my hero unit here, look, right? Now, some of these units out here are just standard units, but when you're fighting with these hero units, we just... that's better. Go to equip. Here we go. You've got all your bonuses down here and what they do, right? The hero units themselves are a little bit... they're specialised units, basically. You don't make them jack of all trades, you specialise. You'll need at least one healing hero or healer in your group to heal the units during battle. You'll need range units in your group. You'll need preferably fire mages for casting long distance spells and stuff like that, and other things. How you balance your army out determines how well you do. You also need heroes that give your army bonuses, more experience, more higher initiative, stuff like that, so you fight first. Because the unit with the most initiative strikes first, or highest initiative, he strikes first. The one with the lowest strikes last. So when it's working out who's going to hit who, if a unit has initiative of 10 and another unit has initiative of 5, one with 10 will get 2 hits before the one with 5 gets a single hit back. So initiative's important. Now, when you're building your hero type characters, always remember, right, if you make him, say, jack of all trades, he's going to be a master of none. His spells are going to be very weak and useless later on in the game. If you specialise him as fire mage, he's going to be really powerful, right? So that's one thing to remember when you're using a fire mage or with your units and everything. Now if we actually look at the equipment, if you plant him next to a town like he is here, the shop thing will appear. The higher you research, the more equipment appears here. So if I researched all the right battle stuff, I'd get more battle stuff here. So that's what you're doing when you're researching combat equipment. Now when you're playing this game, you need to upgrade your leader and all the heroes throughout the game. You can't just give him one sword and hope for the best. Like this one here, my hero there has a 52 attack on that sword. It comes from trying to finish the game using one of the... I think it's 3 available endings, and then getting to the final dragon and finding out I was just way too weak at level 13 to take him on. But I got that at an arena, and it's a pretty powerful sword. But if I just click to the next guy, his sword is nowhere near that powerful, you see. But I've got plenty of bonuses here, you see, from amulets and stuff. Also, you notice I've given all my heroes horses, so I can charge them into battle straight away. They're extremely mobile. They've also got a plus on dodge there, which I find is useful. Anyhow, you need to go to the town, so stand next to the town like that in order to go to shop and upgrade your unit. The research is separated into 3 categories. If we go to here, you can see all the things that affect the city. The stuff you do here unlocks buildings in the city, so your city will get more mana, more essence, more growth stuff, more research stuff, that kind of thing. Now I find the first thing you want is restoration, because sometimes you'll see a town which won't be free, you know, the town location won't be a free location, it'll be a 4-2 or a 3-2, Now, once you've built your fair city, you can build on them other spots, because you can improve them out of it. But the fair city has to be on a 3-3. If you actually do go for a town on a 3-2 square for your second town, then taking restoration fair, so it gives you workshop. Workshop gives you a +1 on material or production or something. But anyhow, this is for your town improvements. You upgrade these when you want to make improvements to your towns. Remember, your towns are what give you your resources across the top, or boost your resources across the top. So this helps you increase your empire. This is an empire research tree. Here is your battle. This gives you bonuses in combat and other things, and unlocks units. But it unlocks equipment that you can buy from towns as well. For instance, leather work in here, you see, leather boots and greaves. They all appear inside for sale, inside the town for sale if you do that. Also, you get, if you do that one, you get spearmen. But if you've unlocked leather work, you can upgrade the spearmen. The spearmen get their upgrade on the thing like I showed you. So the leather working adds special armour to that, making your spearmen a lot harder. We go here, you see this one here unlocks throwing knives, special staff, a warhammer, axes and other stuff, which you can then buy from the shops. Some units can be upgraded to use them weapons as well. Now if we look here, army size, now this is important, this, army size +1. When you first start, I think you're allowed, I think it's 3 or 6 units in your leader's squad. By using a +1, by unlocking that one, you get an extra one. So you can actually get more units in the leader's squad. You get it again later on up here on these two, you see. So I think it is 6 actually, so that'll be 1 and there's another 2. So that's all 9 then, because you only have 9 units in each unit. And now magic, the last one here, if we look at this one, go back to the beginning. This deals with shards on the map, which basically gives you bonuses in combat again, and charms, which is used for defending yourself, and it unlocks various spells which your characters can get, as well as, if you look here, unlocking the heroes. Now this one here allows you to recruit level 5 champions. Further on, I think you've got others that allow you to recruit level 9 champions, but I can't remember which one it is offhand. Oh, this one here is one, level 7 champions. And that's level 9 champion, so it's all on the bottom, look. If you do it right, you can end up unlocking the heroes just as you need them. And the heroes up here are like a little square like that, and they'll have a red shield next to it if they're too high a level to unlock, and a blue one if you can unlock them. If they're the heroes of a rival empire, they'll have no shield above it at all. So if you just zoom out a little bit and you see a red shield next to a guy stood next to somewhere, stick an outpost next to him straight away, because when you get that, when you unlock the research, you'll be able to recruit him. This is a standard set of units. Now, some people have said that you can get this hero army of doom by taking loads of heroes. Now, that must be something in the beta, because it's not my experience that works out well. My army here has about 6 heroes in it, yeah. But these last few here, they cause more damage on their own than my heroes do. For instance, these horses here, you know, the cavalry, they're normal units. They can cause 100 points of damage now at this point in the game. My heroes can't cause that. I mean, my best character, my leader, has got a sword that can do 48 damage. And that's the best sword my heroes can carry, and I got that as a quest reward. So in theory, if you put one hero on top of each army, you could have 6 armies, say, if you've got enough heroes, all full of cavalry and archers that cause far more damage than your hero does. And you can have one killer army that way. However, right, when you actually fight him with basically with your hero armies, you do get a lot of spells. And I'll just show you now quickly as we finish this what happens. Now go to battle. Now this is him defending. It's not a very big army, is it? Now here is all the spells I've got. If I click on here, I've got skills, right? Chain lightning, right? Does up to 18 points of damage to all units within the affected area. You've got spells here, as well as them down there. You've also got items here. Items are important, don't forget about them, or you can pass. Now I'm just going to do a flame wave, right, for that one. I'm going to do a fireball for the next one. I'm going to do a protection from fire from the next one. No, I'm not, because there's nobody who'll do that. Earth pull. Let's try that one. Let me just show you what that one does. Yeah. Well, it affected him, but I don't know what it's done exactly. Here, you got flamed out. This is a basic one. We cast that there. So it causes quite a bit of damage. Remember the shards give me bonuses up here to the spells I'm casting. This is a unit here. Let's see if he hits. See, 32 from that unit. Let me just try the same thing again with a hero. I don't know which one this is. 24. You see, so he got a good hit then with his 24, but the unit still did better. Now if we actually just charge in with this guy, he only got 8, you see. Now if we just try the archers, 18 again. Remember, these archers are damaged, so they're not getting the best, they're not seeing them at the best. 11. So what this proves is your standard units are stronger than your heroes, but when they die they don't come back, where your heroes will recover. When they die, they'll just need to be healed up afterwards, you know, so you'll be fine. Now we've got the fireball spell ready. Now fireballs are area effects, so don't cast them near your troops or you'll destroy your own troops. Do it at a range like this. That's the same spell certain shamans cast, by the way, and they have like 5 or 6 of them in a unit, so they're all casting fireball spells at you, so you don't really stand any chance whatsoever of defeating them. Don't want to do out there. This guy here can summon stuff. If you pick a summon option on your leader or any character ability, this is what he gets. It's pretty powerful early on. These summons are really good early on. If we just charge these forward at 2 squares. Don't forget, when you do go to buy equipment for your heroes from a shop, you know, in the town, try and get horses early on, because it means, see the distance they can run. It really makes a big difference in combat. Anything that improves the 2 square range is going to be a bonus. There we go. Let's see, 44, that's not a bad hit. But anyhow, you can see how that works, can't you? So anyhow, that's a basic overview of the game. It should help you out and get you going.